Right, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Avengers Infinity War figure, and it is Mark 50, and it is by SH Figuarts. There's the box. This is the US version, so it comes with the base, the Tamashi base, and then here's the back of the box. Shows a couple of poses and some of the accessories that it comes with, so let's get this figure out of packaging. Alright, I think it'll be a lot easier to show the figure and the accessories while in the tray. So here it is, there's the figure and then some of the accessories. All the accessories. We have this arm cannon right there, and then another arm cannon, one for each arm. And then now we have a couple of effect pieces, the boosters, and the repulsor blast, and then a bunch of hands for Iron Man, and then this piece here is a connector for the base onto his backside. Then down here we have the translucent base, the arm, and the clamp for the base. And there's the Avenger base, Infinity War. And here's the front view of Mark 50. Here's the side view. And he has die-cast feet right there. And the back view. Now, one thing I really like about this figure are these shoulder joints. And here you can see he could swing his arm quite high up, which is nice, all due to the fact that they added this extra piece to cover up the joint, so his arm could stick out a little further than your usual figures, and still when it comes back down, the arm, when it's in a resting position, you won't see a huge gap around the joint because there's this free-floating piece right in between, so it allows them to cover up the gap between the shoulder and the torso. Here it is. See, when they're down, you don't see a huge gap in between, which is nice. So let's get a closer look at the Mark 50 here. The eyes are really nice. They put a little translucent piece in the front, and then on the back there's some metallic paint underneath, so it gives it a little glow in a way when light hits it. So it looks like it's actually lit up, but it's not. It's just because of the metallic paint. Let me zoom out a little bit. I think it's a little too close. And the arms, I'm not sure why, but they don't rest all the way down. It sticks out a little bit. And then you can see he has double jointed elbows. And then there's a ball jointed chest. And then as for the waist, you can see there's a cut right there, which allows him to move even more around the torso. And then he has ball jointed legs, and then the ball jointed thigh section too. And as for the knees, double jointed knees, and ball hinge ankles. And again, these are die cast pieces for the feet, and then he has toes articulation, ball jointed wrists, and a ball jointed head, and a ball jointed neck. I think the paint job on this is a little off. It seems to be a little darker than the actual movie version. And I must say, for landing pose, SH Figuarts can give him the best landing pose ever. Here you can see it's a very natural looking landing pose for Iron Man here. Let me rotate him a little bit. Here it is from the side. You can see it's very natural looking. You don't have to cheat by a certain angle to for this figure to look good. Here you can see from all sides. He looks great. And there's the other side. And now you can see that this figure looks good from every angle. And there's no cheating with this figure. And all thanks to those hips that the legs could be lowered, that joint right there, and also the ball jointed thigh, which really helps with this landing pose here. And here's what it looks like from the bottom. You can see the lowering of those legs, and then also the ball jointed thigh section, which really helps the landing pose. Here you kind of see that leg is not spread apart like crazy, and even from the front you can see that leg is not spread apart too much. So yeah, really good landing pose. Wish this figure could look up a little bit higher. You can see he is kind of looking down. If you could look up a little bit more, that would have been perfect. Or if the torso section has a little more range, that would have been perfect as well. Actually, forget what I said about the torso. He has great range of motion. Here you can see, you could bend his chest all the way in. From back here, you can see there's a huge gap, but I don't mind because he could bend his abdominal section, the chest, way down. You can see how far down he could bend his chest here, which is super nice. But if you look at him from the back, you can see there's a huge gap right here now. Again, I'm okay with it. And to switch to his arm cannon, all you have to do is pull the forearm section down, and you can see it exposes a peg, and then you just need to pop the other arm in there. Alright, here I got him using the arm cannon, and wow, these ankles are really nice. Ankle tilt, perfect. They're nice and stiff, so he could plant his feet on the ground perfectly, right there and right there. And just look at this pose right here. Really, really nice. I'm very, very impressed with this Iron Man figure. And here's what it looks like from the side. And you can see his head is turned all the way to the side. It's a really good range of motion. Same with Spider-Man. He also has a really, really articulated head. Now this one, as I mentioned earlier, he can't look up that far, but from side to side he could look really, really far. Yeah, so I think it's due to the neck, the peg on the neck section. I mean, for that ball joint that's attached from the head to the neck, it's a little bit longer, so it gives him a little more range. And there's the arm cannon, and inside there is a peg, so you could kind of attach the hand back in there, and this effect piece can be removed. Here's that inner effect piece. You could remove that, and then there's the bottom section, pegs on, and then underneath here, inside there's a ball joint right there, so you could attach the fist back in there, which is nice. Alright, here I got both cannons on. Well, this one's kind of weird. Yeah, it's just like that. And the same thing, just pull the forearm out and then just replace that section, and then replace the hand. And there you have it. I'm very impressed with this figure. I must say, I am very, very happy to have this figure. The hips, you gotta be a little bit careful when you're messing with it, because it does. You don't want to rub paint between the crotch piece and the thigh section, so you gotta be really careful when you're moving it. And then the ball joint is actually really, really tight around the hips, so you gotta be really careful when you're moving it. Don't force it too much, but you do need a little bit of force, but don't overdo it and snap the pegs off. Overall, it's a tight figure, which I like. Unlike some of the figures that they made kind of loose, especially with Captain America. He has a lot of loose joints, but Iron Man here, everything's tight. Really good. I'm very, very happy with it. And actually, I am. I don't know why they didn't give us any of the other accessories that this Iron Man comes with. In the film, he has a lot of accessories that you could put on. I'm thinking they might make a second version of this guy. Alright, here I got Iron Man on the base. I'm not the best base, and it's not really tall enough because with him flying, you don't want him so close to the bottom of the base. So yeah, the arm, the articulated arm, it's not the greatest. So I don't think I'll use it that often. Maybe for a few poses here and there, but most likely it'll just go back in the box. So yeah, quite nice. I'm very, very happy with this Iron Man figure. And this figure is gonna set you back again. Same with Thanos, about 87 or so. Got it from BBTS. And yeah, I do highly, highly recommend this thing. But honestly, I think they'll release another version of this Iron Man with the other accessories, which I don't mind because I do want the other accessories for this guy, and I'm sure this one won't cost $200 for accessories like Hot Toys is doing. So this, I'm willing to buy another version if they make one with all the other accessories. But for now, I'm happy with this one, and since the movie is coming out Tuesday on Blu-ray, I'll be able to set this next to it while I watch the film. So there you have it. There is a Iron Man Mark 50 from SH Figuarts. And yeah, thanks for watching.